Hello, POS enthusiast. It's me again, William, your business professional consultant, POS consultant. So tonight I want to talk to you about, and/or today, depending again when you're actually listening to this video. I want to talk to you. I've talked to you in the past about software, terms of the types of applications for the POS software to work on your system, as well as hardware and some of the peripherals, some of the components. And then we talked about what POS system is right for you, or in terms of, do you know what system to choose in terms of a point of sale system? Well, so tonight I'm going to talk about selecting the right consultant, someone that can help you with your point of sale system. So, sure, you can buy POS software or hardware from just about anywhere. We know that. You can search on Google and you've got stuff that's called free POS, which I'm telling you, that's not good, especially if you're in this for profit. If you're in this for the long haul, you want to be able to migrate to a much larger system when the time comes. So you want to select the right system. I'm going to help you to do that. So you'll be able to select and purchase POS software or hardware that you need. So then we know then that you can purchase it from anywhere. But can you be sure that it will work with your environment? If not, why not? Let an expert then, like myself, a POS consultant and/or mentor, coach, whatever you want to call it, business professional, help you through this process. Now, you need somebody that's experienced in perhaps project management, depending on how large the project is concerning your business. And also a product management professional, and of course POS professional, because there's a lot of moving parts in your system. And then of course someone who's certified in terms of credentials, an MBA, Masters in Project Management, member PMI, alike, certified. So we want to talk about this and how you selecting the right consultant that can help you. And I feel like that's why we're doing these videos, is because we want to be able to give you the information that you need to make the best business decision for your business. Whether it's restaurant, large retailers, again, small retailers, boutique shops, shoe stores, chain stores, restaurant, from fine dining to quick service. We want to be able to make sure that you select the right point of sale system for your business. And so in order to do that, how do you find the right point of sale system and point of sale consultant that's going to be there for the long haul, to be able to direct you and work with your staff and to bring them up to speed in terms of having the right system selected? Now, remember, because of the in-depth nature of a retail point of sale system, choosing the right POS consultant is a big decision, greater in many ways than the decision you make about the actual system itself, the POS software and hardware. Price is an issue, but in many cases, you get what you pay for. We know this. So it's worth doing your research before committing to a POS system. In any case, you have to make sure that your POS consultant, your business consultant like myself, is dedicated and capable of supporting your business and any problems that may occur. Now, let me stop there. In terms of someone, as I mentioned, committed to your environment, to understand your environment, to be able to select the right manufacturer, the right vendors, to support you throughout the process, as well as being there to make sure you select the right system for your business. So let me share with you just some tips that I think is important, and we get into a lot of these all the time. Let's say, for instance, how do you get from your POS system? How and what do you get from your POS system? How do you double your profits? And how does that work, actually? Interesting. If you have a retail POS software, you probably invested significant time already and money into your system. So you need to make sure that you're getting a return on investment. How can you better utilize this powerful software to make more money? And that's what it's all about, profits. It's really simple. But first, we need to lay out some groundwork and show you how truly it can double your profits, because that's what it's about. So the three things we want to talk about is how the system makes you money. Reducing your expenses is one thing. It helps to do that. You know you need to reduce expenses, and then you increase your gross profit margin, which is key, and of course, ultimately increasing your sales. Now, let me give you a hidden secret on how to do that and how to double your profits and make more money. For instance, if you just reduce expenses by 1% and increase profit margin by 1% and increase sales by 1%, then you just might have doubled your profits. Notice, we're talking about the skills and experience that we're bringing to the table to help you not only run your business successfully, but make more money and, of course, more time. For instance, let's look at it this way. If you break things down a bit like this and implement some of the tips that I'm talking to you about, then this is doable. Let's take $1 million, for example. $1 million. So you got $1 million, you make $1 million with a 40% gross profit margin, as an example. So here's the deal. If you improve each of those areas that I just mentioned by 1%, you can put somewhat of an amount in the neighborhood of $18,000 in your pocket a year, just making those minor adjustments with your system. That's not a bad profit, I would say. So with some of these tips I'm talking about, I'm going to show you, you can easily improve by much more than 1%. But this is not a conservative approach that is doable. You can make just 1% improvement in each area. You can do this. And this is, again, this is not even just a conservative approach. This is less than a conservative approach. So you can do this. So let's go into it a little bit further. I want to talk to you about 3 steps, again, that I think is important. And this is why a point of sale consultant or business professional consultant is important to your business. Let's say, for instance, we start with an easy way for you to increase your profits. Number 1, determine your gross profit margin goal. Determine what that is first. And we talked about those 2 things. So you want a goal for your entire business and probably each department too. Perhaps your overall goal is, again, 45%. I can tell you what your gross profit margin should be because it's different from any type of business. For instance, your business may be different than someone else's. So I can't really tell you that yet. But once getting into your business, we'll be able to see it. So I suggest you start by taking an educated guess on your own. But since it's very important, you should eventually solicit someone like myself that's a real consultant But here again, don't stop and wait to figure all this out. You're not going to be. It's a perfect goal, but you don't have to just stop and figure all this out. You should still take a guess and implement these tactics right away. You should implement this, test it out, because it will make you money immediately. Most specifically, retailers settle for profit margins that are too low. Again, this is where we come in. But that is not for me to say, because each situation is different. So again, the first one was determining your goal or your gross margin profit. Number two, open your POS software and look at your gross margin profit at the end of every day. You do your today's sales and just look at it and see what it does. Now, here again, at the end of every single day, you need to look at your gross profit margin report. You will also want to look at your profit margins for each department. Again, notice each department. Did you hit your goal? That's the question. Did you hit your goal? Number three, if you did not hit your goal, then fix it. You say, well, how do I do that? Glad you asked. If your goal is 45%, but you were only 38% today, what's the problem? You're losing money. So figure out the problem immediately. See, the system and the significance of having a consultant helps you figure these things out. Then you'll be able to bounce those things off of the consultant, as well as off of the staff members once the system is implementing and working like it should. The fact of the matter is, do you have pricing errors that are lower, or is just lowering your margins? Find the errors and again, fix them right away. Do you have employees giving out too many discounts? Fix it. Do you need to rethink your pricing structure for a certain category? Oh, somebody. Fix it. You need to make sure your profit margins are on track every day. And when they are not, fix them. This is just simple common sense in terms and why you have to have and need a system to help you guide and show how to run your business successfully. How do you find these problems? Well, it's simple. With a little research and the right consultant, you can figure it all out and figure out what's wrong right away. You can start by drilling down into each category to figure out which area has low profit margin. Then you can drill down deeper into certain invoices and products. Your POS software should make it easy to do the research and find the problem. Your software should give you profit margin reports by department, categories, sales, persons, invoice, or product number. This will help you pinpoint the problem and track things down. It is really worth it. Trust me, it really is. It might sound like a pain in the butt to check this every day, but that's what you have to do. The system will do that for you. That's what the successful retailer do to keep profits high. If you're not checking this every day, then you're not managing your business. Your business is managing you. Again, I just wanted to take time to just present this to you and to prepare you as we prepare for the next video. I want you to begin to think about this. Just by looking at your margin reports every day, you could literally raise your profit margin by 3 to 4%. How much more money would you have if your profit margins were 4% higher at the end of the year? That's why this is important. And this is why almost all successful and profitable businesses do this. Make this a habit and part of your documentation each end of day closing task from your system. Again, your system will do this for you. You'll sleep better at night knowing that you will be profitable tomorrow because you have fixed the problem today. So reduce your expenses and increase your sales. This is what the system does. So with that, let's end here and let's get ready for the next video, which will talk about, again, moving forward with the right system. Thank you again. And again, please hit the little emblem there at the right bottom of your screen and subscribe. And of course, as always, like us. And thank you so much. Talk to you soon.